Sunday. Growing your business too fast in junk removal, doing things too quick and not realizing the consequences, because there are consequences growing your business too fast. I'm not going to tell you, you're going to learn. So there's a lot of people that watch these videos and don't make comments because I know they're maybe embarrassed, or maybe they're just not the type of person to say a comment and know the results of that comment, right? Like, they don't understand that if what they're saying is true or not. But this is true. If you speed up your business and you don't take your time running your business, you're going to run into a lot of financial difficulties. A lot. Why? Because you don't know the consequences of making that move. You don't know the consequence of hiring 17 teenagers to do junk removal. You don't know the consequence of getting 5 trucks. You don't know the consequences because you don't know what the results are going to be, because you're moving too fast. But when you take your time, you can see those consequences coming up. You can see the leveling out of the business. You can actually see the outcome. Yeah, you can actually see the outcome. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately. I don't watch a lot of videos, but I've just been watching a lot lately. And I've been watching a lot of TikTok because of my junkyard haunted house. It's a big deal on TikTok. At least I think it is, right? I don't know. And I've noticed a lot of newcomers doing just TikTok videos. I don't think they're even in business, to be honest with you. I just think they do TikTok videos for the heck of it. And I'll tell you one thing. They say they have all these answers for you. They show you how to make money and how to do it quick. It's because they're new at it. They're just new at it, right? They're like, hey, this is a new thing for me. I'll just try it out. They don't know the consequences of this business. They don't. Hey, Alex. Happy Sunday, brother. So, I'm going to tell you guys, starting a business, any kind of business, you don't move quickly. You grow too fast that you don't realize the consequences of expenses that are going to happen during your business, that are going to cost your business money down the line. You just don't know. Why? Because you grew it too fast, brother. You grew it too fast. So, and it was partly not your fault, but you got hyped up that this business is too easy for you and that the money's coming too fast. See, that's the thing about it. You get money coming in too fast and you get excited because this is the first time you've ever seen money in your account. That's what it is. You get excited because you've never been rich daily rich, let's just call it, where you always have money on you every day, right? And this is your first time really tasting it. You've always been broke every day you work, and now you got money in your hands and you're like rich, man. You're like, holy cow, I can say anything I want to on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. I can say what I want. People are going to believe me. Why? Because I'm rich right now. I'm not living check to check. I'm living 2 checks to 2 checks, every 2 weekends. Now I have money. But you're still living in an apartment. Your truck and your trailer's financed. You ain't got no credit, bro. You got no credit. Let me show you something about growing. Of course, we're in Azle, Texas. There's still no electric at my pole, and my containers right there. Oh. I always show my containers. So I just had. I'm gonna do this video with hopefully that people take this video as a learning experience and not a, hey, I'm showing off my stuff, right? So this is my first container that's on my property here in Azle, Texas. So it's 6 acres. First of all, it's 6 acres. There's my first container right there. There's a skid steer in there. That's pretty funny. There's my van that I came in. Now this happened in time. What happened was I brought the 3 containers. I purchased the 3 containers. I purchased the property 4 years ago. I waited. I didn't want to finance anything. Then I laid the concrete down to my house right over there. That is concrete on my house. I laid that. Then 6 months later, I turned around and I bought that container. And then I waited about 3 months later and I laid the cement on the container. That was $10,000 just for the cement. Cash, by the way. Everything's cash, by the way. There's no playing around here. And then I put the container on the cement. So that's pretty cool. The contractor came out today. He was here about maybe, I don't know, an hour ago. And he gave me a price of $30,000 to lay the other 2 containers on the property. And there's my other home. And there's my other home. Y'all are witnessing me growing my property into a 4-home property. And there's the 6,000 square foot home, 5,890. I'm sorry, if y'all want to be picky. There it is right there. Oh, by the way, that's $55,000 worth of concrete. Damn. Hey, Ricardo, why don't you have anything built on it? Well, because it takes about $250,000 to put something on it. I'm a little short right now. A little short. I got too much things going with the haunted house. It's been eating me alive financially. But it's okay. I know how to spend my money wisely. So I'm doing it step by step. You notice something. In the last 4 years, I've been taking my time on my property. And you're thinking, Ricardo, you're building a home. You're building a home on your property. It's taking you 4 years. No. I'm building 4 homes on my property. 4. Okay? I'm not building 1. I'm building 4. I know you're right to get started. Your videos have helped me. Oh, cool, man. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. I hope this motivates you to keep on going in junk removal. I hope this motivates you to move forward and start a junk removal business, because there's so many closing right now because it's so hot and business is so slow right now. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna point that out. That's paid for. That's definitely paid for. The cement is paid for. That container and the container on the other side are paid for already. Cash. Not finance. This property, I still owe a little money on the property, about 80 grand left on this property, so I'm kind of happy about that. And everything else is mine. I don't think people understand that this has been 4 years in the making. In 4 years, I'm going to have 4 pieces of property on my property. 4 houses with electric. Because I'm going to finish these houses. The containers, I'm on pace to get them done and pay this guy 30 grand to put them on concrete, every one of them. Now, in the last 4 years, what have you accomplished for your business? Right? I've been doing this 18 years. I own another house. I own 2 properties, commercial properties in Dallas and in Fort Worth. I have 2 of the haunted house, whatever. But let me show you something that I started here, okay? So about a month ago, I decided to start cutting right here. Right here, this line right here. Then I took my time, and then 2 weeks later, I cut to right here. Right here, all this part right here. From right here, all the way here. 1 month later, I was right here. I cut from here, right here, this whole path. This is a lot of cutting, man. It's a lot of cutting. And today, I cut to right here. I can see my other 2 containers right there. Isn't that cool? That's pretty cool. Today, I finished this. All of this. I cut it down. I've taken my time doing it. I took my time doing this. It took me over a month, 2 months. I'm not gonna lie to you. 2 months to do this. And it's not a lot. It's not a lot. Look at that. 2 months to do this. I'm doing it by myself. Maddie can't do it. He's been working on Sundays, and I tell him, make your money. Don't worry about that, son. 2 months. I cannot wait till we burn this pile, we burn that pile, and I get to live in that container while my house is getting built right there. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the day that I can do a video and show y'all, especially people like that follow my channel, like Alex, like Lonnie, Hanario, Carson, all my friends, and there's a lot of people out there. Robert, who's coming down this year for my haunted house. This is really awesome. He'll stay with me. But all these people that know me personally, know my family, know my mom, like Robert, and know that how I run my business, and know me personally, really, you know. I can't wait to show them this, because without those people, I don't have anything. But I took my time doing it. The same way that you need to grow a junk removal business. Now, like somebody like Kevin, who's starting his business next month with his wife. Kevin, take your time doing this business. There's so much time on earth, just like I did this. Take your time. Do not rush this, because there are slow periods in junk removal. There are very many slow periods. You're going to know, and you're going to learn a lesson, Kevin. You're going to be busy next year, January, February, March, April, May, June, and then it gets slow. In those months, you're going to want to buy something. Those are the months that you save money, you put them in the bank, because it's about to be a slow period. Now, there's a big difference between me and someone that just started. I have my customers that are always going to call me. I have my repeat customer, commercial customer. So I don't get slow. I just am constant. My business is not an up and down business. It goes like this, and I love it. I built it to go like this. I didn't build it to go like this. You know what? I don't want my business to spike. I don't. I want it to just go normal the whole year. And man, it does that all year. Thank you, junkguysdfw. Thank you. I appreciate you're proud. Thank you. Appreciate that, brother. And what did Clarissa say? She says, sell me a little piece of that. Right. You know, so he gave me a price to clear out. This is pretty funny, Clarissa. He gave me a price to clear out that land right over there on the other side of my truck, and the one back there, and lay 2 more, and then run the electricity to all three, $30,000. That's with the cement, with the electric, and the 2 containers. That's pretty cool. Now the containers are not built out in the inside. I have to do that, so I have to do that. But he gave me a price for everything, so that's pretty cool. And I don't pay him down payment. By the way, I do not give him a down payment. I do not trust anybody to give him a down payment, learning from other people's mistakes. Not my mistake. I've never done that, and I never will do that. He said, Ricardo, as I'm going, you could just pay me. And I'm like, okay, you know, we've done this before on the haunted house. He put the electric, I paid him. He put the electric, I paid him. He put the electric, I paid him. I ended up paying about $7,000 on the electric, but it was something that would have cost me $70,000 to put electric in that building. But I helped them, and we paced it. We took our time doing it, so I saved a lot of money. And you can too, man. Don't rush junk removal. Junk removal is a very profitable business, but take your time. You're going to see a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people on Instagram and TikTok saying, hey, we built our business to $1 million, 7-figure, this business. Trust me, they don't have $1 in the bank. Trust me, they don't have $1 in the bank. And they're probably living in an apartment at their mom's house or their mom's house. You know what I mean? Clarissa said, I've always wanted to live like that with no neighbors. Oh, dude, there's no neighbors. But you know what's funny, Clarissa? I haven't seen a neighbor in like a month here. And then some dude casually walks down the street. This is funny. Some dude, I own a street, by the way. I didn't tell y'all that. Because of some kind of easement on my property, I cannot drive on the normal road. So I made my own road. And this morning I was working and I heard somebody, and I guess it was a neighbor that's like, I don't know, half a mile down the street, but he was walking down my street. I didn't say nothing to him. I mean, I own the street. Literally, I paid someone to pave the street. Not to pave it, to just make it. Because trust me, I didn't have the money, or I didn't want to spend the money. Honestly, I didn't have the money, and I didn't want to spend any money if I had the money to do this. But I own this road. This is mine. What? I own a road. Now who could say that, right? So this is the road, and this is the easement. Let me show you, this is crazy. This is the easement. Legally, I'm not allowed on this street. Legally, this is not my property. So when the city came out and said, this is not your property, you cannot hypothetically own it, I said, okay, that's cool. He goes, and you'll get ticketed if the neighbors see you, they take pictures of you riding in. I said, that's cool, I'll put him on the road. I put him on the road. Isn't that crazy? I didn't care. I didn't get mad at him. I said, okay, well, I'll put him on the road. Neighbor had a mini excavator. Gave him $500. He did that in like 20 minutes, man. 20, 30 minutes. I got ripped off. 20, 30 minutes later, he's doing that shit. It's crazy. It was so crazy how he did it. Yeah. So I own my own road. So this morning I'm here, Clarissa, and homeboy's walking down the street, and I can hear him with a cane walking. And I goes, hey, how you doing? He goes, when are you gonna finish building? I'm like, maybe January, maybe December, November. He's like, okay, man, looking forward to seeing your house. So that was pretty cool. Just talking to an old man was pretty cool. Well, seeing somebody out was actually pretty cool. Seeing some kind of life out here, you know what I mean? Now, whoa, shit. Let me show y'all. So you want to see the inside of the container? Who wants to see the inside of it? Anybody want to see it? No, you know what? No, it's going to be called the ranch, my ranch. So it's pretty funny. That's going to be called Zach Street. And then the ranch is going to be called Zach Ranch, after my late son, Zachary. I'm going to call the ranch pretty cool. I'm looking so forward to it. I'm going to put a thing in the front. So, okay, Clarissa, here goes. Beat, you're so excited to see the inside of my container. There it is. Look at that piece of crap. Look at that. I haven't done nothing. I'm going to tell you why. I have a good excuse. Oh, I have all the electric. I bought this thing. So that is a mini excavator. See, it's got a backhoe, it's a mini, whatever it is. And then I have one of these in here too, a Husqvarna. So I brought all my things here, and I just stopped this, use it as storage while I build out my stuff, you know what I mean? Just build out my stuff first. Finish outside, and then you'll move on. You know what I mean? So I was just gonna take my time doing it. And that's why I've slowed down on, oh, look at this, I'm trying to close this, lock it up. So that's why I haven't built anything in here. But all the electricians, so my electrician came by this morning too, and he gave me a bid to finish this out, which wasn't bad. It was like $1,500. So I was like, dang, bro, you ain't ripping me off, you know what I mean? He was pretty cool about it. But it's cool. It's big. It's big. I'm gonna live in there for about 3 months while my house is getting built, and then I'm gonna clear all this out with that little mini excavator. I'll do it like in 10 minutes, dude. Oh, by the way, don't ever buy a mini excavator. It's like having a big old shovel. That's all it is. You know what I mean? No, I do not like it. Actually, I recommend right now, I'm going to tell you, Alex, that mini excavator cost me, what, 85? Oh gosh, I just bought it too. Like, I think it was between $8,000 and $9,000, and I really haven't used it, dude. If you've seen it in a video, you've seen it in a video. That's how much times I've used it. I haven't. And I'm really not impressed with it. It moves stuff, but it's like having a heavy shovel that you can move everything around. That's all it is. It doesn't do anything really incredible. Like if there was a doomsday and you need a bunker, that's the last thing you're gonna use. You know what I mean? That's the last thing you're gonna use. That excavator cannot do much like that. It's not going to dig a hole on the ground. It moved stuff around the other day. It cleared this land. And this is uneven, by the way. It's uneven. You can tell how I'm walking. I'm going up and down. It's because it's uneven. There's hills right here. This is the front of the container home. You know what's funny? My number one car in my whole business is that. That's what I drive to the store. That's what I drive to go see a movie. That's what I drive. If I go eat, I'm in my van. I don't have a sports car or nothing. I have a Mercedes, but that's at the haunted house, and it's a girl Mercedes, but I don't like driving it, so. Yeah, anyway, all right, guys. I just wanted to tell you that everything that I have here took time, and I paced myself to it. Yeah, did it take a long time? Yeah. But you can also get stuck working at a business for 18, 20 years and not have anything, you know? Yes, Junk Removal Solutions, Junk DFW. It's Sergio, right, Sergio? Junk DFW, Sergio, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is. Hey, there's some dogs right there. They're always staring at me. Effing dogs. Anyway, yes, it is black. The container black. My house is going to be matte black, and my Hummer is matte black. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. It's pretty funny. Yeah. So everything's matte black that I'll own for the property. Yeah, all three of them are going to be. The signage in the front is going to be matte black. So it's pretty cool. Stuff is not cheap, I'll tell you that much. Whoa, I'm trying to close this van. So right now, I am going to the Junkyard Haunted House. I'm gonna go pick up a mannequin and do some work on it. And then I'm heading to get some dinner by myself. My wife is with her mother right now, so I won't see her until like later on tonight. So I have the whole day in front of me. Pretty cool, spend it by myself. I'll just go home, lay down in bed, and wait until my wife gets home. So looking forward to that. It's beautiful out here, man. What did you say? Troy says, seen you a few times at the haunted house working. I keep meaning to stop. Also, we have been trapping the raccoons. LOL. Oh, what's up, bro? Troy, what's up, man? Troy, boy, I'm gonna tell you something, Troy. I haven't caught shit. I have not caught shit. I'm gonna tell you why. I learned something, Troy, about the raccoons. Troy, if you keep food out and there's food, the raccoons will come. They will come. We got rid of all the food, all the trash cans. Everything's outside now, and there are no more raccoons in the place. And we got all rid of. We started closing. There's 2 toilets in the haunted house. We closed the lids on the toilet and put tape over them so they won't drink the water. So there's no water source, and there's no food source. So we cut them off. You know what I mean? That's what happened, man. Yeah. Oh my God, 15. Oh man, that's crazy. That is crazy, Troy. So if anybody doesn't know, Troy works for the Humane Society, who's next to me, and they've been catching and trapping left and right raccoons. And he gave me a trap a couple of weeks ago, and I still have it. And we put a Hershey's bar in it. We put popcorn in it, and nothing. We got no results out of it. The next day, I was eating the Hershey's bar. Put it that way. And the reason is there hasn't been raccoons around the property just because there's no food or no water. So we ended up putting flour, like white flour, on the floor so they could step on it, and there's no raccoons no more. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty funny, Troy. Anyway, guys, I'll see y'all later. I'm going to head back home. I just wanted to show you my property. And again, tell you that this was not built in a year or 2 years. I mean, I have 18 years of a process of doing something that I love doing, which is junk removal, which I'm probably going to pass over in the next few years, a year or two, to my son, Matty, who's a hard-ass working kid and wants to get his hustle and work really hard and make money. I'm passing the business to him so he can move forward and do something financially for himself. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a great weekend. Okay, who said something? Clarissa, I feed raccoons now. I can't get them out of the walls in my house. Ooh, bad idea. Stop feeding them. See y'all later, guys.